Well, you may not want to do the things which you are supposed to do in this world at this point in time. You may not feel like doing the things which you are supposed to do at this point in time when Saturn is combust, when Saturn is burnt out by the planet Sun. You know, on the 5th of February 2023, the planet Saturn will be burnt by the planet Sun, which in the terminology of astrology is called combust. So the planet Saturn is gonna get combust from the 5th of February 2023 until 9th of March 2023. I mean for 32 days. So at this point in time, you may not feel like doing what you are supposed to do. You may not want to do what you are supposed to do. But in spite of those feelings, in spite of those obstacles, in spite of those hurdles, barriers, you will need to move forward at this point in time. You will need to make a conscious decision that you need to move forward at this point in time. You know, a person needs to do what he needs to do in his or her life. You can't stop doing the things which you are doing currently just because you are facing a temporary problem, a temporary difficulty, a temporary obstacle in your life. You can't change the goals and dreams of your life just because you are facing some temporary problems. So that temporary problem is gonna come at this point in time. I mean in terms of your career. You know, you may want to work hard at this point in time. You may want to do things at this point in time. But the situation would be such that the planet Saturn, the combust Saturn, may not want you to move forward at this point in time. You know, the planet Saturn is about perseverance and patience. So you need to come back again and again in your life. Saturn wants you to come back again and again in your life at this juncture when Saturn is burnt out by the planet Sun. You need to continue doing the things which you are supposed to do in your life, regardless of the difficulties, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the adversities you are facing in your life currently. You know, all you can do is all you can do, but all you can do is enough. But make sure you do all you can do. By this I mean you need to make your effort. You need to take the steps during this time which you are supposed to take. Don't backtrack at this point in time just because you are facing problems, difficulties and adversities in your life at this juncture. You know, nothing happens overnight. So you need to keep patience at this point in time. You know, it is faster to grow roses than orchids. So if you want to grow orchids in your life, you will need to keep patience at this point in time with your circumstances, with your colleagues, with your employees, with your relationships at this point in time. You know, you might feel frustrated at this point in time. There may be an emotional outburst at this point in time. And there would be a tendency of you to avoid and ignore things at this point in time. Well, just because things wouldn't happen according to your plan, that doesn't mean you don't do the things which you are supposed to do in your life. You know, if you do what you can, God will do what you can't. So at this point in time, you need to do the things which you are supposed to do in your life. As I told you that you may not want to do what you are supposed to do. You may not feel like doing what you are supposed to do. But you need to be determined at this point in time and carry on with those things which you are made to do in this life. You know, an old man has to be an old man. A fish has got to be a fish. And you have to be who you are in this world. That means if you have found the purpose of your life, if you have found what you are supposed to do in this life, then you must do the things which you are supposed to do. You know, at this point in time, you can't go 3 steps forward and take 6 steps backward. You know, if you can't fly, you need to run. If you can't run, you need to walk. If you can't walk, you need to crawl in your life. But make sure that you are moving towards your goals and dreams of your life. You are moving towards the purpose of your life. And let me tell you one more thing, that don't let others waste your time in your life at this point in time. Don't waste your time in your life at this point in time, because the time which goes forever. So it is better for you to understand and know that time is limited for you. You can't recoup the time of your life. And once this time finishes, you and me both are over. And the other thing is that don't let the behavior of others destroy your peace of mind at this juncture. Others might try to demoralize you at this point in time. Others might try to throw you off your goals at this point in time, because you have been sharing a lot of secrets with them. You have been talking too much about yourself with them. You have been talking to others about your plans. Hence, they are gonna throw you off your goals at this point in time. Don't tell anyone what you are doing until it's done. Once you finish your task, once you finish your work, once you achieve your goals and dreams, then you can tell the world what you have done, what you are doing. But before that, don't share your secrets with anyone, because outside energies throw you off your goal. Most of the people in this world are jealous of you. They can't see the success of you. They can't see the prosperity of you. They can't see you moving forward in your life. So it is better to keep things a secret at this point in time, when Saturn is combust, when Saturn gets burnt from the planet Sun. Just because you'll face problems and difficulties in your career, in your job, in your business, in your work, that doesn't mean you will stop doing that work. You will stop pursuing your goals and dreams of your life. You will stop pursuing the purpose of your life. You can change your approach towards those things, but you can change your goals and dreams. Well, the other thing is that you need to be very careful about your money at this point in time. You will have a propensity to overspend at this point in time. If you are involved in any sort of vices, you should curtail those vices. You should stop those vices in your life at this point in time, because there is a serious chance of you getting trapped by those vices, and you may incur a lot of expenditure behind them. You may lose a lot of money behind them. You may fall ill because of those vices in your life at this point in time. You need to talk less at this point in time. You need to remain within yourself at this point in time. Talk to yourself at this point in time. Encourage yourself at this point in time. No one else in this world can encourage you like you can to yourself. You need to believe in yourself at this point in time. Well, it is okay that others don't believe in your ideas. Others don't believe in your plans. Others don't believe in your goals and dreams. The most important thing is that you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your ideas. You need to believe in your life. You need to believe in the things which you are doing. And if you aren't getting the results which you are supposed to get in your life, then you need to introspect at this point in time. You need to introspect the moves which you are making in your life at this juncture. Don't blame anyone else for your failures and disappointments at this point in time. The failures and disappointments are yours. The results of your life are yours. So you need to change something about yourself at this point in time. You need to introspect yourself at this point in time. Don't try to improve others at this point in time. Improving yourself is a full-time job. Some people say that I want my relatives to be like this, like that. I want them to be very good. I want them to inculcate good habits, behaviors, and choices in their life. No, you need to mind your own business, because changing yourself is a full-time job. So why waste time changing others? Because you have limited time on this planet Earth. And if you have limited time on this planet Earth, that means you don't have enough time to change yourself. So why waste time changing others? Change yourself and you will see your life changing. The fact of the matter is that nobody is going to die with you. When you die alone. When you came into this world, you came alone. So the results which you are getting in your life at this point in time, they are your results. And you need to correct your choices, your habits and your behaviors at this point in time in order to move forward in your life. And stop complaining at this point in time. Stop moaning and groaning at this point in time. Stop complaining at this point in time. You know, when a boxer goes in that boxing ring, he doesn't start complaining and moaning and groaning at that point in time, because he understands that in the boxing ring, he is going to be hit by his opponent. He is going to get knocked down by his opponent, by his competitor. He understands that. So if you are in this world and if you are getting knocked down, don't try and get upset about it. Don't get offended about it. This is the nature of the world, that you will get knocked down in your life. You will see problems and difficulties in your life. This is a very normal thing of life. If you understand that all the problems and difficulties in your life are a part of your life and it happens with everyone, it not only happens with you, it happens with everyone. I also face problems and difficulties. So this is part of the life. Even our gods have faced a lot of problems and difficulties. So if you face and then you complain and moan and groan about it, then you aren't doing the right things. You should take those problems and difficulties in your stride and move forward with your life. Well, every problem has a solution in this world. Every lock in this world has got manufactured with keys with it. No lock in this world was manufactured without keys. So every problem has a solution. You need to look for solutions rather than focusing on the problems and difficulties of your life, on the predicaments and ordeals of your life. You know, the challenge of life is to overcome those problems and difficulties. The challenge of life is to overcome those barriers, hurdles and obstacles in your life. And when you get to the other side, when you overcome a problem and challenge in your life, then you will see yourself stronger than when you went into that problem, than when you went into that challenge. Well, I don't like these words, problems and difficulties. I want to call them challenges. And the other thing is that you need to plan at this point in time. You know, the people who fail to plan to fail. So you need a planning in your life. You need to plan for the year. You need to plan for the month. You need to plan for the day. You need to plan for the week. You need to plan for the hour. You need to plan for the minute. And as I just told you, that those people who fail to plan to fail. Well, the other thing is that at this point in time, you need to focus on your whys in your life. You need to focus on things which you are doing at this point in time, and you must know the reason why you are doing those things. You know, if your why is powerful, if your reason is powerful, the how, the road to success becomes easy. If your cause to do that particular thing which you are doing in your life has a powerful reason to it, has a powerful why to it, then your road to success will become easy. I mean, the how will become easy. So you need to work on your whys at this point in time. You need to think why you are doing a particular thing. And you need to write down those things on a piece of paper and see it every day. And these reasons will give you the strength, the determination, the will, the valor to fight in your life at this point in time. You know, life is a fight for territory, and once you stop fighting for what you want, the things which you don't want will automatically take over. For example, if you stop fighting for your health, I mean, if you stop doing your exercises, if you don't eat right, if you don't drink right, if you don't do the things which are healthy for you, then one day You will become unhealthy in your life. You will fall ill in your life. So keep on fighting in your life at this point in time, because without a fight, you won't get anything in your life. You may not get everything which you fight for, but there will be a fight in everything you get in your life at this point in time and in the future. Well, now let me start predicting about all the moon signs, all the ascendants in this video. Well, for Aries moon sign, Aries ascendant people, this particular Saturn, which will get burnt, will be in your 11th house. So at this point in time, you might face some monetary issues. You might find it difficult to earn money at this point in time. You could face some excess expenditure in your life at this point in time. You might not get the money you are expecting at this point in time. Your elder siblings might be a source of irritation for you at this point in time. They might not support you in which you want a support from them at this juncture. You could also get bitter at this point in time because of your situation. Well, for Taurus ascendant, Taurus moon sign people, this Saturn will be in your 10th house. So at this point in time, you might need to work hard at this point in time. You might have to go out of your way to do the things which you are doing currently. You might feel uncomfortable in your life. Beautiful things don't happen in your comfort zone. So you need to bring yourself out of that comfort zone and start working hard in your life at this point in time. You need to have a positive approach towards life at this point in time, even if you are facing any sort of personal problems or difficulties in your life. You might be missing something or someone in your life at this juncture. Well, for Gemini moon sign, Gemini ascendant people, this time is a time for you to think about your future. You need to think about your marriage. You need to think about your future career. You need to think that you need to change a job at this point in time. You need to think that you can change your luck. You need to believe in yourself at this point in time. Don't take any impulsive decisions at this point in time. Well, for Cancer moon sign, Cancer ascendant people, you need to understand the reality of life. You need to become practical in your life at this point in time. I'd say that don't remain in a cuckoo land at this point in time. You need to get to the basics of your life at this point in time. You need to understand that everything in life will never be good for you. You'll have to make certain adjustments in your life at this point in time when Saturn is combust. Well, for Leo moon sign, Leo ascendant people, you might be worried about your health at this point in time. You might feel that the others are letting you down in your life at this point in time. You might feel alone in your life at this point in time. You need to be more upfront and forthright with your ideas with others at this point in time. If you keep things to yourself, if you keep things a secret, then others may not be able to help you in your life at this point in time. You may be worried about your future at this point in time, as well as you may be worried about your spouse at this point in time. There is a possibility of your spouse offending you at this point in time. Well, for Virgo moon sign, Virgo ascendant people, this particular Saturn will be in your 6th house. So, you might face some health issues at this point in time. Some secret enemies can harm you at this point in time. There could be a problem from the government at this point in time. I'd suggest that you stop driving at this point in time, because there is a strong possibility of you meeting with an accident at this point in time. Well, for Libra moon sign, Libra ascendant people, this particular Saturn will be in your 5th house. So at this point in time, you might feel enlightened in your life. You might feel enlightened about what you need to do in your life at this point in time. You might find a new way in your life at this point in time. If things were becoming grim and dim for you earlier, then at this point in time, you will see light at the end of the tunnel. Your confidence level at this point in time will be at its peak, and it will help you to move forward in your life at this point in time. Don't get into any sort of speculative activities at this point in time, as there is a strong chance of you losing money. Well, for Scorpio moon sign, Scorpio ascendant people, this Saturn will be in your 4th house. So at this point in time, you are gonna get upset about things in your life. You are gonna get jealous about other people at this point in time. You need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your life and stop bothering about other people at this point in time. Don't let other people's actions upset you at this point in time. You need to focus on your work and keep on doing the things which you are doing at this juncture. You could also face some difficulties from your children at this point in time, as they might not be willing to listen to you at this juncture. Well, for Sagittarius moon sign, Sagittarius ascendant people, this particular Saturn will be in the 3rd house. So at this point in time, your younger brothers and sisters might irritate you. They might irritate you to the hilt. You should be careful while speaking at this point in time. You should stop using harsh words with your relatives, your friends, your spouse at this point in time. If you continue speaking harsh words with others, then there is a possibility of you losing a relationship permanently in your life at this point in time. You might not feel like working hard at this point in time. You might put things off for tomorrow every time you want to do a thing today. So don't procrastinate in your life at this juncture. Well, for Capricorn moon sign, Capricorn ascendant people, this Saturn will be in your 2nd house. This combust Saturn will be in the 2nd house. So at this point in time, you might have some argument, some fights with your relatives at this point in time. With your family members at this point in time. You might remain dissatisfied with them at this point in time, as they wouldn't want to listen to you at this point in time. Your attempt in making them understand will be futile at this point in time. None of your family members are gonna support you in the things which you are doing at this point in time. You might incur some unwanted expenditure in your life at this point in time. There could be some serious fights with your loved ones, with your near or dear ones, with your friends at this point in time. Money is not gonna come easy to you at this point in time. Well, for Aquarius moon sign, Aquarius ascendant people, this time is gonna be a very tough time for you. You are gonna face a lot of problems and difficulties in your life. You are gonna face some mental agony and trauma in your life at this point in time. You might have to leave your near or dear ones, and you might have to travel abroad or in your country at this point in time, and this might irritate you to the hilt. This might exasperate you. Your bosses and colleagues might be a source of irritation for you at this point in time. You might face all sorts of hurdles, barriers and obstacles in your life at this juncture. You could also face some health issues at this point in time. Well, for Pisces moon sign, Pisces ascendant people, this particular Saturn will be in your 12th house. So at this point in time, you might feel that you should remain connected to God. You might feel lonely in your life at this point in time. You might feel that there is no one for you in this world at this point in time. But let me tell you that this would be a very temporary phenomenon for you at this point in time. You might have to leave your house for some days at this point in time. It could be to attend a marriage or anything concerning your relatives at this point in time. You might also have to face some wasteful expenditures in your life. You are gonna remain dissatisfied in your romantic relationship at this juncture of your life. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about Saturn getting combust, Saturn getting burnt by the planet Sun. Well, if you want some specific predictions about yourself, then you may contact me directly. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology, and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will not get a chance to live this beautiful life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, If you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to increase and improve your luck in your life, then I want to tell you all, I have several remedies for you. You know, these remedies which I'm talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion, because I believe that there is only one God in this universe. I'm talking about that God who has created this universe and all the things in it, including us. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains, so if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, money, business, career, job, relationships, love relationships, marriage, married life, children, property, education, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. And you may also contact me for a Vastu visit of your flat, office, residence or factory. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you may contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless y'all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.